Hi, folks. Is anyone actually there? I have to check because I've been cracking jokes and talking to everybody. And, whew. Alrighty. I need a test, folks, because apparently my StreamYard burped, bumped me off, and didn't tell me that I was on. So is anyone actually seeing me? I just spent the last 6 minutes broadcasting into last 17 broadcasting into nothing because the Facebook thing glitched. I've greeted everybody. Oh my god. I was like, why aren't you guys responding? Wow. Okay. So everything has gone wrong. Nope. I've literally been at talk. I'm gonna see if this records. And because Facebook crashed. So, folks, hi. We're going to start this back over at the 140 minute unofficially. I have been at this for 20 minutes, and I just found out that not only was I not muted, I wasn't even broadcasting. Woo! So, we're going to get today really rolling now that everything's gone wrong. I've greeted folks, I've chatted. I am completely behind. I've been running on the jokes that Carl Witzman put out. So, let's rewind as much as, and yeah, we'll go right back and do it again. Carl Witzman bursted into the room. We made every kind of joke about both keeping Carl in line and using a C note to keep everyone happy. I greeted. Oh, this is colossal. Greetings and salutations, everyone. And let me guess, my phone is full of silenced messages because I silence it for the thing. Okay, folks. We're breathing. Okay. First off, let's scroll ahead because I lost everything for a second there. We'll skip Richie getting into trouble. Hello, everyone. Hello, Brian. I doff my fez to you. Guys, today has been an absolute nightmare. And I woke up from a nightmare coming into this show. I dreamt, guys, that I was working doing data entry manually in a suit in a gray cubicle. And I woke up this morning feeling like, oh my God, I felt like Scrooge on Christmas morning. What day is it? And it's Friday. It's Friday. All right. Wow. I don't know what happened there, but YouTube, Facebook completely tanked, and it took my whole show down with it. So thank you for the TikTok. We've got lots of good mornings. I can't go in the control and force them out. No, I've been awake. Yes. Probably thought. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Let's see. Nick is building anticipation. Carl, I literally greet. Oh, okay. I'm scrolling. Tell me where Frodo Baggins is. Oh, Lord. No, I did not defect. No one could rescue me. Welcome to Never. How the heck are you? Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Yeah, this is. Okay. I'd like to check on him, but yeah, I have 2 messages. No. I actually did this. See, the thing is, when I start my show, I turn off my messages, so it's not pinging constantly. So I'm back. Oh God, we can. Okay, mention second breakfast, and he appears. All right, I'm trying to catch up just to skim through all the greetings. Today has been. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, Nick, if you lost the Facebook links, you can click on the icon in the upper right hand corner to establish. It tried and it bumped me off again. Oh, I've been making noise. It's just nobody's been able to hear it. This is the greatest episode ever. No one heard any of my jokes. Sorry, Jody. I guess I ran your advertisement for myself. I've got, yes, all is well. Timber. All right. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It was worse as I did the time. I'm really hoping the auto record has caught all that silliness because that would be delightful. Tickle the algorithm, yes. I can't believe I didn't think of that. And yes, Frog G, thank you for getting back in the house. I dreamt I did a show and nobody could hear me. Oh wait, yeah. See, y'all, mute when you bungle or something like that or fall asleep. No, I spend 20 minutes high energy streaming to an empty room because my computer it didn't even show. It looked, everything was running like it was streaming. The ticker was going. Oh Lord in heaven, that's funny. All righty, so folks, let's talk about this. Let's. Okay, let's see. Woo! Let's get back into the flow. Support Frog G's Voodoo Gods and Magic. Frog, if you have a little ad, I will, for your thing, I will send you the link to the folder that lets people dump their ads into my, that I then grab and put out on the show. So when you have a nice little ad for that, hit me up and I will put that out. I think you do. Okay, I'm going to ask for prayers. I'm going to be talking about Ripperverse show. I'm hoping that Rabid fans don't come and attack. Joe. G.I. Joe, if you will. Home of Snake Eyes, who isn't as good as Agent Zero. Yeah, I'm having fun with that. Joe, you want that. You want that because if you can get a piece of that action and get that much interaction going, you know more people will see your stuff. I mean, they might rip you apart, but if you're going to go down that road, you're going down that road. So good luck. And you know what? We're going to talk about that show. And because I was prepping for it.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher.
And I'm going to say here, well, I'm joined by Joe, as could not quite my guest,
at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
His song
on our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Yes, no, I totally rock out to that, and I've wanted to comment on the fact that I rock out to that every time I hear it. So thank you, Joe, and thanks for being a good sport. Yes, I will. Yeah, weird things you didn't expect. I'll talk over the ads if it amuses me to do so. May the odds be forever in your Joe. Be forever in your favor, Joe. I agree, Brian. And is some number one on Rippaverse. It actually looks like a great comic. I watched it. We talked about it. It looks like a great comic. I'm actually kind of interested in it. Let's see how it does. Because anything that breaks any ceiling we have over independent creation, anything that encourages us to get better and move forward, and wow, am I stammering today? But folks, that kind of shenanigan and insanity is what makes us great, folks. Because, like Sarah said, we are both overachievers. We never flub up half-butted. We go all the way. And who doesn't want to go all the way with Sarah? Anyway, I'm kidding. I hope my wife does not kill me. We need bat repellent spray. And Froggy's showing his links, and I'm hearing Nick's voice with Josie. I've got mad, I tell you. Really? What part of the way I dress makes you think I'm a man with a plan? Does Nick know we can hear him? Nope, I did not. Nick might not care anymore. At least he didn't give up like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. Dang it, CERN! Okay, can we please stop resetting for worse and worse timelines? And now it's telling me I've caught up with the comments. Woo! There we are. What do you mean gone? Yeah, I think we just broke his mind. Today has been amazing, and if you want to support me, folks, and help me get out of point taken, Donna. Get out of whatever just happened. Consider hitting my tip jar up at paypal.me/Nicholas Tockert. At this point, folks, I could use whatever I could get because this has been a day. But I'd far rather you spend your money on things like the Big Stompy Robots Core Rulebook, Simple Sword, and Fighting Axis. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff involving Big Stompy Robots in the very near future. And since we're having all the shenanigans, let's get back into the accountability. Wait. What? Okay, hold on. Are we in an alternate universe again? Real easy. Hold on. No murder wasps outside my window yet, or murder hornets, so I'm hoping we're okay. Ooh. Nick dressed like little Steven today. You never know how I'm going to dress, and when I do, I do it for you, Kat, personally, because it's my job to make your day a little better. Alrighty, let's hit that back up. Alrighty, wow. Everyone to the transporters. Thank you for reminding me. I have a short story I have to write about that. B-Camp. Nick! Glenn! I've missed you. Even though in my parallel, timeline, I've already greeted you. It's so good to hear you. You were missed on Comic Book Spectrum because we talked about Jack Kirby a little bit. Well, they talked about Jack Kirby a little bit. And Eric Hawkins informed us that the best version of the Fantastic Four was the new Fantastic Four, featuring Wolverine, Spider-Man, Hulk, and Ghost Rider. I would love to hear your thoughts on that at some point. Let's see. Oh, that pesky Mandela effect. In fact, I'm a big fan of Martha and the Mandelas. Martha? Why did you say that name? No. Anyway, hail Glenn. Frog G's hailing everybody again because he's awesome. With the link to Jack Kirby, A Personal Journey. Yeah, if you want history, get into that. Cool looking books. Thank you, Sarah. You may get a look at something in the near future. I have to do some things. Wow, things. The men in black are circling the compound again. Guys, I talked to Agent K. I'm cool. Look, check my papers. I don't have time for this. Sorry, they're being fine. Oh, yeah. Let's get it on. Oh my, I'm in the mood all of a sudden. Hi, Donna. Happy Friday! Little atomic golf carts everywhere. Everywhere one looks, yeah, but you know what? It's kind of cool because when they bump into each other, there's a bright green flash and like a mushroom cloud, and then all the squirrels get wings. Wow. Nick went full WNUA on that rock and roll art goddess comment. That's because she's worth it, because those of us who know. That's something I say for her and Sarah to keep, smooth out the day. Because when I'm getting ready to host the Historical Fencing Guild live stream, I like to keep the mojo in the dojo. And we have another comment. Today's gone completely out of the loop. But I'm going to ease into it nice and smooth for a minute to see where we are. Had an electricity blowout, missed my own show too. Don't you hate when that happens? Sarah might have a look. She'll have to block you. Oh, no, friend. You see, I believe in you always have a touch of equivalent exchange. And Sarah is doing me a great kindness, and I am going to do one for her. I just have to decide which will work best. I have no comment about the FF except some people have no idea what they're talking about. I'll leave it there. Love me some WNUA. Circling or parallelogramming, Richie. Have you been looking at the shape of the streets around here? Because that's a little eerie. Bruce. Bruce, my mother's name was Martha. My mother's name was Laura, fries Batman with his heat vision. Womp, womp, womp. All right, I'm going to go. Is Mulder and Scully there? Well, they were, but they were following Carl Koepp as he was following an unmarked van in his lovely convertible Mustang. And they've just gone out of sight near the Civil War era cemetery surrounded by corn sharks. So as long as they stay away from the edge of the fields, they should be fine. That or, El Blanco, because El Blanco can make the jump, across the roads. We're not supposed to know that. But he doesn't like to. Not enough corn, over here. Let's see. Bam. Smooth jazz. Excuse me. I'm going to take a comment, dump them out. Well, thank you for that oversharing there, Grant Lanker. I've been out to practice 2 times. I think at least once. That might have been before 2020 in the before times when before I developed the hey, here's some oxygen deprivation in your short-term memory isn't going to work for a while. So yeah. Found my Kolchak hat. That's wonderful. Kolchak would be a great dude to cosplay. Growing up, Kolchak really was one of my big heroes, and I watched X-Files, and of course Scooby-Doo, like anybody else should. And Round the Twist, which was an Australian show, which nobody ever knows about, in Erie, Indiana. How did I end up in this lifestyle of mine? I wonder. Yes, folks, I was the weird kid who studied cryptid and the supernatural since elementary school. Yeah, that was the before times. Yeah, I didn't know if you'd been out to the new house, Rich. If not, when you stabilize financially, we're doing mostly Saturday practices. Come on down. Richie is a proud Historical Fencing Guild member, as in one of the locals, and he's done a lot for us over the years. And I miss seeing them. I used to have a big cassette recorder and a strap to carry it on my shoulder like Kolchak. I am genuinely jealous of you. I'm genuinely okay. My shirt isn't inside out. I'm genuinely jealous of you because, folks, That is one of my favorite characters of all time. Oh yeah. He I could add Fat Kolchak to the list of characters I could probably cosplay. Because we were discussing that, and obscure character from Danger Girl, Duncan, I could cosplay him. Uh, Fat Giles, I could cosplay Giles if he ate too much American food, and of course anything played by Saul Rubinek, likely Artie from Warehouse 13, because like representation matters. Anyhow, love me some Kolchak. Oh yes, Kolchak the Night Stalker was formative and brilliant, and several of my favorite shows reference him. But since I think I missed my accountability, I need to talk about my accountability before we get any farther in the show. And part of my accountability is I've been doing the research for Fighting Spear, and hopefully, maybe this weekend, I can make that work. Ooh, Harry Mudd vibe. Harry Mudd, man. You know, if he was a little less greedy, he would have done a lot better. He had some prime opportunities to be a very happy man, but he always had to push it too far. That's the thing Mudd lacked. He had all the imagination, but none of the moderation. And he went too far and he always got himself burned. Nick, I have the cure for your nightmare. Watch Office Space. Um, I'll have a red swing line stapler. Oh, I'm sorry. I was possessed briefly by someone I used to voice. Uh, a little adventurer. I may do him later. Breakfast, then organizing. My room looks like it vomited my hobbies up. Listening mode after noticing that. Hey, I've been there. My entire study is a nightmare, and I keep trying to work on it, but then I get plans. Now, back to my yeah, Harry Mudd would be a good cosplay. My accountability. My buddy Sterling Freeman, who works over at a wonderful tattoo parlor in, I want to say, it's either Maryville or Crown Point, Indiana, because it gets kind of overlappy up there. They're doing an art show, and he asked if I wanted to submit a piece. So I'm actually working on submitting a piece for an art show. This is a big deal for me because I don't know if I've ever done that, or not in the last decade or two. I was setting up to do that when I was living near Michigan City, but that all sort of fell apart because I moved so far away. But yes, I'm working on it now. It's interesting because the request is Wu-Tang style / inspired art. So I'm taking because obviously I'm a big anime guy, and obviously urban fashion, street fashion, hip hop fashion, and then anime, and you add the Wu-Tang Clan's dedication to supporting the preservation of martial arts movies, and I am here. I'm here for it. So I actually have spent the last bit of free time working on a project. This is my work in progress. Let me see if I can get that. This is just the rough workup. As you can see, she has one leg yet because I haven't done her other leg. But this is my rough sketch before I render it, and I hope it works really well. But yeah, so I have to. One thing you have to do is not sacrifice one dream for another. And I am an author. I am a game designer, but I'm also an artist. And while I've had to fight very hard doing assorted therapies and medications to be able to retain my ability to be an artist, so I have to work towards using that and keeping it alive. So when I have an opportunity, even though I'm terrified, the idea of submitting to a any type of gallery or art show really spooks the living crud out of me because of the whole imposter syndrome, and I have a face for radio, but fortunately occasionally I have the voice, although my voice is cutting out because that's what I get for trying to start the show early. And we're but you do it. And I'm telling you about it. I like to play my foibles on the table so that you guys can see that, hey, if I can do it this badly, you can probably do it really well. And like I said, this is just the rough. I have some more ideas. I want to do something truly grand. But, I'm going to play with this for a bit because I have some time. In my world, if you saw the video that I posted earlier on my other channel, I posted actually last night. I did a very quick, short unboxing video because I got 2 new polypropylene rapiers. I'm very excited to play test them. So I'm really looking forward to it. Now, Peter Brady moments when it's time. Peter Brady. That gets real Oedipusal real fast. How's that doing, Marsha? Anyway, but let's get, what are you guys working on? What are the projects that are moving you? And what do you find yourself wanting today? Because while we're driving ourselves forward, we need to keep that light, that destination. I believe that the life we want is not the destination. It's the journey that gets us there. I think that's the part that really matters. It's not, oh wow, I've reached the peak and I'm popular and I'm making a lot of money. When you look back, it's not the peak that you remember. It's I remember going to these conventions and hanging out with these people, and I'm hitting a point in my life where most of my favorite activities are tied to someone who isn't here anymore. Whenever I do a lot of gaming, I think of my buddy Benjamin Starkey, who passed, which it still feels like yesterday to me. He died early 2020. So I'll still try to send him messages because that's the way my mind works. Or when I'm working on armor, I still think of my buddy Jesse Tibbetts, who died, oh Lord, probably 20 years ago. I still think of him. Crazy. I mean, imagine a human version of the Sheriff of Nottingham from Disney's Robin Hood, the one with the foxes, and make him one of the nicest people on the planet, but those same behaviors, body type, motion, everything. And you get Jesse. And I think of him. We have an obligation, I think, to keep creating, not just for ourselves, but for those who have gone beyond the veil. And we write our stories and we write our creations so that our ideas are preserved, so that when we go beyond the veil, the good we want to do in life can persist. And I think that's important. Oh, we got a response. Glenn, I'm working on issue 10 of Comics Unlimited at the moment, and then on to more Hatchimation film of Hatch. Wow, I really am losing my voice. Okay. That's wonderful. I adore Hatch. I love the juxtaposition. It gets me every time. When you're creating, and you have to find your style. No one can tell you your style. You just draw and you work at it, and what starts to feel right is your style. And you'll find from your earliest works, it blooms its way up. That's part of the reason why all my stuff is still up on nickt.deviantart.com. So here. And I gave it by the old line because I've been here so long that they had to change it because of the number of people that they had. But I'm currently working on making a notebook through Shutterfly of all my zines I wrote so far for the book I'm currently writing, Diary of a COVID Classroom Teacher. When there is, for lack of a better term for it, Kat, when there is a trade paperback of all your zines or something like that, a compilation that I can promote, hit me up so I can send me the links. If you do a commercial, hit me up. And if you want to be on the show, you just tell me when, darling. I'm not kidding. I would love to get your smiling face on camera because one, you're photogenic as all get out, and two, you're one of the most awesome people I've ever known. So I would love to see your sparkling self here, and so would everybody else. However, I understand being a teacher and working in academia, sometimes you have to distance yourself from your online persona. Just wanted to let you know that door is open. And yes, I will occasionally be taking guest spots on Nevermind the Furthermore, but I don't. It is not my plan for this to ever become a shill show, where you go through and here's the Kickstarter, everything, because that's wonderful, but that doesn't interest me. I want to know your story. I want to know why you do stuff, and then I'll plug your stuff at the end, obviously. And I'm that being said, I may make very special exceptions for the people I truly respect. But right now, I'm getting a lot of messages, and the reason I haven't decided is I'm still rattling the format down and finding out what works. I don't want to have a lot of technical difficulties and have that possibly reflect poorly on a guest. So we will see that. And you are currently not working on being a teacher since I'm on summer break. You enjoy it, and I know where you are, and I know how close that beach is. For those of us trapped far into the land of corn, go out as often as you can and enjoy that. Get your swim on. Go to the zoo. It is totally worth it. And that's one thing. You have to maintain yourselves, folks. Self-care. Oh, that's my link to my art page. Why is that still up there? Anyway, you have to, if you want to maintain, you have to maintain yourself. And I'm running real hard, and I believe the former host of this, wow, am I getting on? I got Dracula hair today, but you have to take care of yourself, and you have to take the time to rest so that you, when you need it, you have it to let parts of my life go fallow so that it can grow unseen. And then when I get back to it, it just blossoms. I love it. I don't understand the process, but I just have surrendered to it. Ooh, more comment. I'm writing my book because teachers need to share their stories of teaching during the pandemic, and I'm hoping my story will help others do so too. A lot of people are writing books about the pandemic right now, and some people have been very critical of that. I think it's necessary to get that out and record first person accounts through independent means so that they are preserved for history. I bother my father all the time because he served proudly in Vietnam, and he was in a lot of major events, and he was there throughout the war. I want him to preserve his story because when you're looking at things historically, what the news says is often one story. What the books say is another. But what the first person on the ground experiences is very different. And if you're at a point where you can have more healthy and it's safe to review something, especially as traumatic as that, do so. I think it's good for you. And she says further, writing has been therapeutic, but at times I have to get away from it since it's an open wound. I fully understand that. That's why there are some things I write that will probably never see the light of day, and or they will in some different format where the names have been changed but the facts are the same, for my sanity and for the people around me. So I get that, but you got to take care of yourself because this is a rough world, and yeah, I've taken a lot of pictures and journaled a ton about it. I'm afraid if I say too much that I may put my current job on the line, and that's guys, that this is real talk. Educators, that's a big part of why I left education. Uh, I I was uh, I was a substitute teacher for a very long time. I loved being a substitute teacher, and that doesn't sound like a career, but it truly was a great passion because it let me sort of sample my way through different parts of education and find out things and meet lots of kids I could help build up. And it put me in some great. That's where I met several people who are very dear to me now. I knew them when they were in high school, and then when they grew up, they found me as an adult, and I could speak to them as such, and we became fast friends. But the burden that is on instructors right now, and what was expected of them in a deadly time, was disgusting. It's disgusting the way our country handled it, and I'll say it. And if that offends anybody, you have the right to be offended. I believe in the First Amendment, and that means you have the right to be wrong. But that teachers and nurses were heralded as heroes and treated like slaves, and it's sickening. If I could leave and write an art full time, I would. Thanks for letting me vet. One, always. You will always be able to. This is a safe place for you. Two, let's see what we can do about that. See what you've done, my beloved rock and roll art goddess. You have given me a challenge. Dare I say, hashtag let cat rock? Let cat art? I like that. Hashtag let cat art. And to do that, she needs her projects promoted. So please, anything that has a link that can be sold, put it up there. And do it. I was the opposite. I hated substitute teaching. The politics of the school system turned me off staying. That plus some parents made me hatch it. Hate it. I saw Hatch come up. No, I loved it. But what happened is I have my art site, and some of the students Googled and found my art site. And one of my pictures that was not inappropriate had the same name as a student. I'll say it, Morgan. That's a common name. But I was suspended, investigated. It was talked about everywhere, and I was readmitted, but told, yeah, you may want to consider stopping doing art online because it was it can reflect poorly on you. And I was forced to make a choice whether I was going to continue working for that school system or stop and maintain my ability to do art. And the problem with me is, if I am given a choice between something that is profitable and something that is part of what I consider my identity or integrity, I will almost always, because no one's infallible, but I will almost always go towards the integrity side, which has cost me a lot of money. Ironically, a few years later, I ended up being requested by the then superintendent of the school to take a specific job, and that's where I met at a different system, totally different system. That's where I met, well, not met, but re-met the lovely rock and roll art goddess. And I got to spend more time in a classroom, and I love that. Hashtag Hatch. Yes. Okay. And don't worry, for I have reworked my priorities and... Oh, darling, don't leave me hanging in suspense. What goodness have you reworked with your priorities? And give me those links and videos and anything I can plug. I'll do everything in my power to get more eyes on your stuff. I will put myself first. Blah! Well done, dear lady. Now, oink, oink, let's see. Make sure I didn't miss one. Glenn, hashtag hash. I get it. I like that. So let's try that one out. Let's throw this on here. Hatch. Tag. Hatch. I like that. We'll get that, and it will start saluting, sharing around, and we'll throw up the important hashtag let cat art. I like that. I like that a lot. So we're going to do that hashtag let cat art. Oh, okay. Sarah said, whoa, there it is. An unheralded comment dump. Nice. I like that. And there we are. I was writing a book before C-19 or Murder Hornets helmets. Blah. My writings kept being like Jumanji with The Happening. BKM witnessed this on several occasions. He can explain if needed. Freaked me out so much. I put the book down. Okay, Sarah, the same thing happens to me. We'll talk some mojo here. I believe. Let me get my mic set up. I believe in certain forms of what I call mojo. I like it because I've done comparative religions and assorted esoteric systems in my studies over the years, and I am deliberately and habitually irreverent in my terminology. I do that deliberately. It helps me not accidentally offend anybody in the know. But if that's going on, and you're compelled to write things, and they happen, it is from a, again, mojo standpoint, far more likely that you're just being predictive. So use it as a tool. This is one of those, test it. Pick the book up, write something, but write it positive, as long as it fits with the story. And see if it doesn't turn. Mojo manifests in strange ways. And I believe, having experienced in synchronicities, and there's a little bit of something that some folks refer to as the high strangeness, which is not quite a religious concept, but that there are some things going on another level, and it's interesting to look at. Be careful with it, but don't let it scare you, because if you have a natural ability, it shouldn't scare you. It should be studied and handled like any other talent. Okay? If you want to talk more, hit me up in the DMs. You know how that works. And not pervy. I will see. You'll notice I switched from persona to Nick at work. I may be retired from certain problem-solving businesses, but I will still help a couple people on the low. Oh, no. Thank you. You see, occasionally I have the privilege to be a little pinky finger on the hand of karma, and you've done so much good for so many for so long and received so little proper recognition and encouragement, and you've created such wonderful works that the universe is out of balance because some of the good people are not receiving the good they deserve, and you are one of them. So let's just try to rattle things down. And let's see. Whoa, that's a nice tat. Frog smiles at Frog G. False smiles at Glenn. Aw, more thank yous. The fact it was a psychological thriller, it was crazy. I believe you. And that in itself lived a psychological thriller. It's a fascinating occurrence. I would love to hear more about that in a venue where you feel comfortable being open about it. Maybe we can get Brian involved, like in the chat. That's it. I put my link on your FB link for this show. Okay, I will track that down, and I will start that up, And seriously, if you can record a couple minute ad for what you do, I'll run it. Let's see. Boom. If you could write things that come true, will you write a story about me getting Beowulf published by Image Comics? Wow, we are going genies in one form or another. Wait a second. Wait. Ow. Sarah. What they're saying is you're a genie in a bottle, baby. Gotta rub me the right way. Anyway, and I'll see this comment dump. Here we are. Let cat art. Folks don't retire from that business, they take a sabbatical. I hear that a lot. And I kind of laugh because it's sort of like when my buddy Luke Stone, he told me, I think I'm done with vocational ministry. And I laughed. Oh, I laughed. I said, but is vocational ministry done with you? And got a funny look. And now he's setting up, he's actually bought a link, I believe it's nerdword.org, where he's going to be combining his nerdliness with his vocation. And I find that interesting. Delightful, actually. Sure, Grant. Hey, Sarah, you give that a shot and just, spread the love around and see where it goes. Just be careful, okay? You're speaking to my heart today, and I thank you for that. Oh. No higher praise, darling. No higher praise. And anything I can do to speak to your heart. Anyhow. But yeah, seriously. Maybe it's time to start seriously building that exit plan strategy. And getting that time for you. And using that to do what you want. And what you can. It's only fair that you have that time. And I'm really not, I believe in a two-step process, and I'm unapologetically Christian, but I'm a different breed than these evangelical prosperity gospel folks that I disagree with. I believe you get on your knees and you pray, and then you get on your feet and get to work, and good things happen. And I'm going to try to do both, your way, because you deserve it. For those in need, may you leave your umbrellas at home and be caught in a storm of blessings. Oh, my Lord. That is elegant and eloquent and well done. My niche is horror and fantasy. That's what freaked me out so much. No, I fully understand. And we're walking in a time of fantastic horror, looking back. But I'm hoping that it really helps build you up, and I hope I hope you can do something. If not, write a story based around what it was like to go through that event, because that sounds like something Inception-y that could be great to read. Well, break time's over way too quickly. Everyone take care, stay creative, game on, and follow Rad Publishing for R&D gaming, because he's doing a lot of fun gaming videos, nostalgia, and introducing his loves to a new generation. I'm all about that. We'll talk about that later. Just yikes. I understand. I really do. And Frog G's plugging Luke at the Luke Dog, and he's plugging LukeStoneStudios.com. Amazon. Okay, from a desk of small press publisher says, well, if we're writing things that will come true, then I will write either an issue or a story of Amazonia that will win an Eisner Award. Good luck with that. I hope you can. See, here's the thing. You don't need magic to do that. You don't need magic. You need dedication and power and faith and hard work and the mentality and the spirit to accept both praise and constructive criticism to improve. look to your peers, ask what's keeping you from going to the next level. Look to your, I don't want to say betters, but those who are more developed than you, more well known, and simply ask them what you need to do, and then go through it and decide if you're willing to do that or not. I believe you can transcend where you are currently. And I actually believe you could do so relatively quickly and get a lot more traction. That's not in any way, shape, or form denigrating where you are. You're doing very well. You're making money. You're making your product. It's out there. And you're finding your niche. But I think with refinement and perhaps some introspection, you can get even better. I believe you, like so many people, have a huge amount of potential, but you're doing more to tap it than 99.9% of people out there. So keep at it. Let's see. We had another comment dump, so give me a second. If you're speaking to organs, can you talk to my liver about storing too much sugar? Yeah. While we're at that, I could use the physical upgrade because we know that, but I don't tend to ask things because oftentimes the price is too high. Oh, I've always got my eye on the exits. And I can't believe I'm going to drop this line, but I hate to see you go, but love to watch you leave. That was a terrible joke, and I really shouldn't have made it, but I did. It's out there. Writers pick up a lot of stuff on the down low and then process it in the back of their heads. Yeah, I believe we all plug into something. Because I'm what's called a pantser. When I sit down to write, I may have a vague thing and it just comes out of me. I don't know where it comes from. And when it stops, there's really little I can do till it lines back up. That's why I have a whole bunch of in progress things. I also stopped doing tarot readings on myself. Got beyond that same way. After a while of it, I just stopped. Yeah. Believe it or not, I totally get that. Let's see. Thank you for the inspiration and motivation. I started writing this book 2 years ago. Well, darling, you keep working at it. It's a good, important story. And you have such a neat perspective on things. And I think I build a lot of people up, and some people think it's just platitudes. And I'm going to tell you right now, I could not handle lying, especially about the quality of someone's work. It physically hurts me to do so. I'm just not good at it. And I have memory loss, so I can't remember lies. So if I make a mistake, it's a mistake. But with Kat, I've known her a long time, and yeah, rock and roll art goddess, you get that done because you can, and that will change lives. There is a point where you stop changing lives locally, or you realize you can do more. That's why my book is published. That's why there are people in Australia and Germany and India reading my book on the simple sword. People are learning the basics of historical fencing that I'll never know in places I've never been with lives I could never imagine. Now, that's with something as silly as using swordplay to build people up. Imagine what your perspectives, your artwork, your stuff could do. It's such a universal concept. And then it comes out in our work. Absolutely. Writers are forever absorbing, processing, and creating. We can't help it. Let's see what we got. I was just writing. Totally wasn't expecting what was going to happen. Just simply cool ideas. No bueno. Well, here's the thing about mojo and talents in general. We'll say a capital T. If you don't use them, they will either wither or they will find another way to manifest. And it sounds like you have a knack of some sort and you weren't using it, so it found another way to manifest. Breathe, realize probably where it came from, and find a new way to let off that metaphysical steam, or better yet, find a way to put it to good use to help other people. I'm all about generating positive karma. I love your jokes. Keep on keeping on. Well, you know, it's easy to keep on keeping on when you've been looking at the art of the rock and roll art goddess. She's the only one with the art first aid kit, the slayer of art block, the transcendent teacher. My friend, you just keep on rolling. Now, wow, we've been on officially again nearly for an hour, so I'm going to run some ads and then I'll come back because Nita hasn't come on to yell at me. Let's see what. Hide that. And we'll run.
Author Cindy Koepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Koepp at CKOEPP.com today.
All right, folks, welcome back. And please support both Cindy Koepp and Amy Hale. They're great people. And we are just, guys, this has been a great show. And I really love that we're getting some good commentary of, let's see. Oh, wow, we got almost like a mini comment dump. So, Frog G, I need to hop out. I'm a sleepy frog later on. Later, you know, Jeremiah, you are a bullfrog and you're a friend of mine. Folks, follow his program. He linked it higher up. Let's get that going. Follow Cindy Koepp. Thank you, Frog. Yeah, I've been up since 3:30 a.m. too, so I'm going to lunch in Neptune. Everyone have a great day. Well, folks, I do feel I've gotten to my hour, and I'm kind of overlapping raging more than I want to. So I'm going to call it pretty well. Thank you. Pardon for the late start. I'm going to see if I can get the full version of this show because I think it auto-saves. If it auto-saves, we will see what's what. But we will see. Oh, monthly IT Town Hall so shortly. So, yeah. If you like this program, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help me, consider buying my books, The Fighting Axe, The Simple Sword, and The Big Stumpy Robots. Also, I have 2 novellas with a bit of horror, a lot of sci-fi, and a bit of humor in the Big Stumpy Robots universe that are available through Amazon. So please go there. I will be right here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, at least for a while. At 10 a.m., I will be on Nerd Bacon at 9 a.m. over on Raging 2 and Luke Stone Studios. And I will be back here at 8 p.m. to host the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream, where we talk about swords and shenanigans. So until I see you next, which will probably be sooner than anyone expects, because if I get a wild hair up to do a live draw or something, that could happen too. Please, folks, you know what? I'm going to ask you this time to do your drills. Now, with writing, it's a little less swordplay and a little more writing and studying and stuff. Keep your eyes open. Be kind to yourself and each other. And always thank you for supporting, well, your local swordmaster, even when he's running Nevermind the Furthermore. Never apologize for being awesome, folks. Yep. A lot of times I get all my bumbles out now, so I have a better day. Later, folks.